So welcome back. I bring you today's video from inside the house instead of the garage this time. We're actually going to be swapping out my Hyper 212 EVO with a V8 GTS, also from Cooler Master. Do my traditional popping of the bubble wrap with the pocket knife because that's the easiest way to do it. Really, first impression, this heatsink is very heavy. And as you'll find out later, a pain in the butt to install. Anyway, so we're going to continue with the unboxing now. Everything's packaged very nicely. It's got good padding all the way around the heatsink. It comes with a couple different flavors of bracket. Fortunately, my Hyper 212 backplate was the same, so I was able to just use only part of the hardware kit. Which is a good thing. Instructions pretty clear, very nice, detailed. I kind of wish they had marked some of the bags of stuff, but that's no big deal. And here it is, the big boy. And this thing is big. I thought it wasn't quite as big as it actually is, so glad my case has lots of room. Anyway, so now we'll continue on, pulling the side panel off the case, and yeah, so the 212 just has 4 screws that holds it down. Kind of wish the new one had a similar hold down system where the heatsink was actually under spring tension instead of bolted down, but the bolted down is I guess it's a little more solid, so it works out. But just for ease of fitment, the 212 EVO is a really nice. The main reason I'm changing it is because this time of year it gets really hot in this end of the house, and I've noticed my thermals when it's 80-90 degrees F in the room, they're just cooking. The poor CPU is just running a little hot. Anyway, so I was cleaning off all the old thermal paste, and I realized maybe I should just pull the CPU out to do a proper job wiping all that stuff off as I fumble with it trying to get back into the socket. And mind you, I did not hurt anything when I was doing this entire process, because the computer that is editing this video right now is the same one that's being filmed. So anyway, very quickly I realized that there was no way to get access to the screws, so I pulled the GPU out. I'm actually going to pull one of the sticks of RAM after I get done fiddling with the Wi-Fi card. But yeah, no, it just doesn't want to fit. My number one recommendation for this cooler would be to put it on while the motherboard's sitting on the bench and just load it all in as a unit, because yeah, doing it in the case was a royal pain. Anyway, I finally gave in after I only got one screw, pulled the fans out, which gave me access to the other 3 screws. And it'll get you a slightly better view of what's going on here. You can just barely squeeze your fingers down in there to get everything lined up, and yeah, it's just an ugly spot. You know, it is manageable though, so you know, just take your time, be patient, and then yeah, so now I got to reconnect my Wi-Fi card, put my stick of RAM back in, and somehow get this fan. Almost like the heat pipe shifted a little bit while I put it in there. And yeah, just 2 screws holds the whole fan in position. Be cautious of the wire on the back side, because it likes to hook on the heatsink, you know, fins themselves. And yeah, so now we're getting the power pin plugged back in. Now we're going to get the GPU set back in position. Yeah, I bought a 970 for this system a while back, and then upgraded to the 1070. And when I bought the 970, I didn't realize that my case wouldn't fit a triple fan card, so I bought a bigger case. And then when I bought the 1070, I would have just done a double fan, but since I had the bigger case, I figured it made sense to leave the longer GPU. Okay, and now to power the system back on. Yeah, and again, this system works just fine. So far, the CPU fan is running nice and quiet. I did have an issue where the power cord was touching the upper case fan, making a little bit of noise, but a little cable management, tucking it out of the way, and everything was a lot better. But yeah, was overall very happy with this, how it looks, how it fills out the case. But anyway, so a little close-up shot for you guys, and I'll leave you with the before and after.